Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. So today we are actually in the baby's nursery and I'm going to be sitting down and sharing with y'all everything that happened to me for the past 3 months. It was killing me not to be able to vlog and share all of this with y'all or with basically anyone. So I'm so excited to finally do a first trimester recap. Today I'm officially 14 weeks, so I can finally share with y'all all the craziness that was my first trimester of my first pregnancy ever. Yes, that is a crib behind me. Yes, that is extremely soon to have. However, we have incredible friends and family and brands that I work with that have gifted us a ton of beautiful things. So the nursery is nowhere near ready, but we do have quite a few things that are, you know, in place. So that's why we are filming here today. I come into this room every day, like twice or 3 times a day, and I just stare at it because I just can't wait for my baby to be here, even though I have 6 months left. So I'm so excited to share everything with y'all. If you want to follow along, I've been posting a bit on Instagram and I'm planning on doing like a few different vlogs and videos about pregnancy, so definitely stay tuned and subscribe, and let's go ahead and get into it. So starting off from the beginning, I told y'all that we were trying. I definitely didn't think this was gonna happen so quickly. So when I took the test, I wasn't having any symptoms or anything. I just had this weird gut feeling, like just take it, like stop drinking and take it, because we were drinking, we were celebrating, and I just thought, you know, if there's a small chance that I'm pregnant, I don't want to drink. So I went to the bathroom, took it, and I couldn't believe what my eyes were seeing. I'll actually like show you guys a clip of the pregnancy test that I took. It was so insane to me that I just couldn't grasp it. So instead of like waiting and planning something cute for my husband, I literally just called him in the bathroom and I was like, look at this, am I crazy, am I seeing things, is this a positive test? And you guys know the rest if you watch my announcement, but I just felt so shocked. Like I had no emotion, no like, oh my god, I'm pregnant. Like I just could not believe what was on that test, you know? So it didn't actually sink in until I took like 10 more tests. I called the doctor, made the appointment, and I was like, okay, here we are. So I found out super early. I was only 3 weeks and like 5 days, I think. So that meant waiting until 6 weeks to actually see my doctor, which was slowly killing me. I am such an impatient person. I was like, how am I gonna wait this long? So how I did that was by watching a ton of these videos. I literally watched so many first trimester recaps, and they are so entertaining for some reason. I used to love them before I was like even thinking of having kids, and now they are just incredible. I feel like I'm in this with someone, you know what I mean? So that's how I found out. And the first like few weeks after I found out were definitely interesting. There was a lot of readjustments that I had to do with my lifestyle. I mentioned that before. So I was going to spin about 3 times a week. I was on a very nice weight loss journey, and that quickly came to a halt. Working out was hell on earth for me. To this day, I don't remember the last time I worked out that wasn't a walk. So that is very upsetting. Seeing my body change was interesting because I've had this, like I said, weight loss journey, and I felt like I had made all this progress, and that was definitely going away. But I had to keep reminding myself, this is amazing, I'm growing a human being, and once I have my baby, I can get back to it. I already know how to do it, and I will do it. So that was like kind of the mentality I had to take, but it was definitely upsetting. I got super bloated. That's definitely one of the things that I wasn't expecting. I was super bloated. I don't know why. I don't know if it was because of like the things that I was eating or because I had like kind of like stopped working out as much, but I was super bloated. I looked more pregnant on my week like 6 than I did like now, like than I do now at 14 weeks, which is really crazy to me. So yeah, that was definitely weird. That was an adjustment. The caffeine thing was such a big adjustment. I was told by my doctor that I could have 200 milligrams of caffeine, and I'm holding on to that like if it's my only way of surviving. I just have a little cold brew every single day with a lot of like cream and milk, and that's just how I get through it. I had to cut out, you know, Diet Cokes and energy drinks, and that was definitely a big adjustment. So I finally was able to go to my doctor at 6 weeks, and that was just such a relief because I was definitely struggling mentally a lot. Since I found out up until I went to a doctor, I was constantly thinking that something bad might happen. I was like, what if this doesn't stick? What if there's something wrong? Whatever. And it was really hard on me mentally. I feel like those like first few weeks, I would say up until like week 6 when I went to my doctor, were terrible for me. I was always in bed just thinking of the worst, having a ton of anxiety and overthinking a lot of things, and I kind of talked about that in my pregnancy announcement. But it was very rough for me up until I went to that doctor, and I just felt such a relief, such a weight like lifted off my shoulders, and I felt like I could actually be excited after that. I feel like up until that point I wasn't excited, which is very sad, but I don't know, you hear all these things and you really never know. So I was finally excited. I actually started like buying baby clothes and just like actually feeling like I could enjoy being pregnant even though I couldn't tell anyone. So yeah, that was finally when I finally felt excited and just hopeful for the future after I went to my first doctor's appointment, which my husband couldn't even go in with me, which was a little hard, not gonna lie. I was like, well, this is our first baby and we're having it like in this situation, which is so crazy. So that gave me a little bit of like sadness, I guess, but after like I got the little ultrasound and everything was just like perfect. Dante was able to come for my appointments 3 times now. We've been able to see the baby together, and it's just been freaking precious. I cried like twice, I think. One was like the first time I heard the heartbeat, and then on our most recent appointment we had like a very good ultrasound machine and we were able to see the baby moving, and at first it was sleeping and it had like the hand on the head, and then it like she was like, move your waist and like do this and that, and then we woke him up and he, like, I keep calling it he, I don't know what it is, and like he moved and he did a headstand and it was freaking precious. I can't, I'm obsessed with this baby. So every struggle and everything I've been complaining about is completely worth it because I can't wait to have like a little chunky baby to just like eat, you know. Anyway, so that was cute. Besides that though, I haven't been emotional whatsoever. Like I'm usually like a crier. I'm a Cancer, so you know, but I usually cry all the time. I've cried 3 times that wasn't related to anything. I cried watching TikToks about dogs, like not even about babies. Okay, I'm doing a terrible job clearly, so I'm gonna interrupt myself because I can't believe I haven't shown you a single ultrasound or talked about my bump. So let me just interrupt myself real quick. So I don't have a bump. Like I said, I was super bloated from like week 5 up until like week 10, like bloated as heck. I looked like I was like 3 months pregnant. I'll put up a picture so you guys can see. However, now that I'm 14 weeks, nothing. Like unless I eat a huge meal, I'm talking like Cheesecake Factory appetizer, main course, and cheesecake, nothing, which is very frustrating because I just look like chunky. I look like I'm eating pasta every day. However, I'm 14 weeks, which is so annoying. So I don't have a bump to show you right now. However, what I do have is this cutie ultrasound that I got recently. I got it, I think, the week before Valentine's Day. So there's my little bebe. He's definitely, or she is measuring ahead, but I'm just so excited. My mom told me that I was actually supposed to be an August baby and I was actually born in July. So it will be interesting to see what happens, because oh my goodness, I don't think my husband can handle another cancer in the family, because I'm a Cancer, my dad's a Cancer, his mom is a Cancer, and then a Cancer baby. That would be crazy, but I'm hoping it's a Virgo, I'm not gonna lie. So basically, back to my symptoms at week 6. I was feeling pretty meh, like I didn't have a lot of energy, which was unlike me. I was sleeping in a ton. I was getting these really bad headaches because of the caffeine withdrawal, I'm assuming, and I was just feeling so lethargic, not sick in any way, but I just didn't want to do anything. I felt like getting out of bed was a mission. I was just very exhausted. However, I was obsessed with food. Obsessed. Like, I would think of anything and I would go ahead and get it. I would see an ad for anything on TV, and if it sounded good, I went to get it. Like I showed you guys twice now, I have a list on my phone of things that I want to eat, so every time I see something and I can't eat it right away, I add it to my list. It also was hard because I kind of didn't want to cook. Not necessarily because it grossed me out or anything, just because I had no motivation. So I usually love cooking, I love making recipes, I love eating at home, but I was having such a hard time like actually getting motivated to cook, or even like wanting something made by me or like at my house. So we were eating out a ton, especially fast foods, which made me a little upset. You always hear, you know, you want to be healthy, you want to eat like the best stuff for your baby, and I was out here like eating Chick-fil-A and McDonald's, so that didn't make me feel too good. But it was the only thing that like sounded delicious. Like, my mouth is watering right now. So that's another thing that like was kind of disappointing. Like, I was like disappointed in myself because I wanted to be healthy, I wanted to give my baby all the best stuff, and I was out here like eating McDonald's chicken nuggets. I will say around week like 7, like towards week 8, I started getting this like very nauseous feeling. To this day, I haven't thrown up, I'm super lucky, but I get this nausea that like just ruins the day for me. It's just hard to explain. I just feel disgusted by everything around me. Everything just like sounds gross, smells gross. I don't want to do anything. I have to like lay in bed. And there's been a few things that have like tremendously helped this. One is like vitamin B6 or like folic acid or something like that. My mom got it for me at Trader Joe's, and it looks like this, and you put it under your tongue and you wait until it dissolves. It helps so much, it's insane. And then Sprite, ginger ale, ginger beer, ginger brew, whatever you want to call it, but Sprite. So recently I've started drinking also Gatorades and Powerades, because no matter how much water I drink, and I'm talking like I've always been a person that drinks a ton of water, y'all, I can drink like gallons and I'm still so thirsty. Like, my mouth is so dry right now. So I started drinking Gatorades and Powerades to help with my thirst. I don't know if I'm just constantly dehydrated. Also, Liquid IV is pregnancy safe, so I've been drinking that sometimes if it gets like real bad. So that's another thing. I've been just extremely thirsty, dehydrated, and that nauseous feeling is just terrible. Like, I hate it. So on that note, it wouldn't necessarily be in the mornings, but there were a few things that triggered it. If I took my prenatals on an empty stomach, if I went way too long without eating, so if like it was 12 and I hadn't eaten anything, it would hit me. One time I had to pull over because I thought I was gonna throw up. I needed water so badly that I made them to get down at a gas station and just get me a bottle of water. I tried buying a ton of things, but a ton of things aren't pregnancy safe, like for nausea and things like that, so that sucked. Toast, incredible. I've never loved toast more in my life. I don't think I've ever eaten so much bread in my life. Toast and bagels with butter, amazing. It would help so much as well. So I would eat like 3 slices of toast in a day. It was kind of insane, but after that, I will say in the afternoons I was good, and then at night is when my nightmare starts, because like when it hits 6 o'clock, the baby's like, you know what, Mom, I'm gonna have you have a bad day today. And I feel like actual crap. Like I feel like a truck is running me over back and forth, and then a train comes and then like the truck keeps going. That's how I feel. And it's every single night around 6 o'clock. It like a freaking clock. And just like Dante knows, and he's like, yeah, it's time. I lay in bed, it's almost like I have a migraine, but also like a stomach ache, and then my back hurts, and then I don't know, y'all, it's like having your period but like 10 times worse. I don't know. So yeah, that's been happening pretty much every single night since I was like 8 weeks, and it's been pretty terrible, not gonna lie. So to the point where I don't look forward to going to bed. I don't look forward to the nighttime. Like we take the dogs on a walk around like 5. When we come back, it just hits and I'm done for the day, and it sucks. Not a lot helps with that, to be honest. I mean, the Sprite definitely helps if I'm feeling really nauseous. I've tried so many things. I've tried taking baths and doing kind of like essential oils and a lot of teas. I've tried a ton of teas, especially peppermint tea. It does kind of help sometimes when I'm feeling like particularly nauseous. Like one time I opened the fridge and there was just this smell. I don't know what the heck that smell was, but I wanted to die. And I drank my peppermint tea and it helped a ton. Any like smell that's very minty, or sometimes even my candles gross me out, but anything minty or like citrusy but not too orangey, it's very particular, I don't know, really helps with my nausea. Besides that though, my boobs have been the worst. Just truly the worst. I tell Dante all the time, I'm like, listen, as soon as I'm, you know, good, as soon as this baby's done with my boobs, I'm going to get a breast reduction. Y'all, I've always hated having like bigger boobs because I am 4'11" and then I have like these, but now it's just, oh, they hurt, they're sore, they feel like they're gonna fall out, they feel like they weigh like 500 pounds each. Truly terrible. I'm sorry, I don't mean this to sound like super complaining. I feel like I am sounding very complaining, but like honestly the first trimester is truly not the best. So I'm hoping things go up from here. But anyway, yeah, my boobs have just been an inconvenience to say the least. It's just not great. Besides that though, I've been extremely lucky. Like I said, I haven't thrown up. I don't have a lot of like food aversions. I will say, which this never happens to me, like prior to pregnancy, I become obsessed with like a particular food. So first, I think it was those wraps from TikTok, the ones that you cut and then you add the stuff. I was doing ground meat, black beans, Doritos, and cheese like on each little thing, and then like folding it and putting it into a panini press. I think I had that for like 4 nights in a row. And then the last one that I had grossed me out so much that I could barely finish it, and I haven't touched it since. That was one thing. The other thing has been yogurt. Like I bought all these yogurts at Trader Joe's, obsessed with those. I just haven't been to Trader Joe's. And then I got Nausea or Nausea, I don't know. I got that yogurt. I had it once. I loved it. I was like, oh my god, this is delicious. Then one day I went to eat it and it grossed me out so freaking much. I just threw all of them away. So that was definitely weird because number one, like I never eat something like in a row because I get like so easily bored with food. But then the fact that like I would eat it like 4 days in a row and then like be completely grossed out by it was crazy. So that's another thing. Things I've been loving though, smoothies, especially green smoothies. Oh my god, my mouth is watering. I'm about to make one right now. Something about green smoothies has just sounded so good. Like I said, Sprite and anything with ginger, ginger brew, ginger beer, ginger ales, anything with ginger. I've been craving sushi like a psychopath, and I know I can't have it, but I crave it every single day. Every single day it's just like right here. Like I said, teas, especially the first, I don't know, like from week 3 to week 8, I was drinking teas like 3 times a day, and it sucked because there's a lot of teas you can't drink when pregnant, so I definitely had to do some adjustment there. But once I found teas that worked for me and that tasted good, I had them like every single day, and then it stopped, like completely stopped having teas after week 8, except for the one that I told you, the peppermint, if I'm really nauseous. Besides that though, to like prep for the baby, in case y'all don't know, I have a dog, Bolt. He is literally like right here below me. He is a dog. He's the love of my life, let me be honest here. He can do no wrong in my eyes. He tried to bite me once. He bites me every time I give him baths. Like, he is a little piece of work, and with a good reason. Bolt was extremely abused. He was a pit bull, like bait dog for dog fights, and I don't blame pit bulls. I say this every single time. However, he's very traumatized, and we haven't felt a need to like train him, but it's gotten real bad, like to the point where sometimes he like wants to bite Dante for no reason, or just barks a ton, or just like he's kind of unpredictable. So I have a friend who works at a dog training place, and we are taking him to train because we can't have this little behavior with a baby. So that's one of the things we're doing to prep. Like I said, we are in the nursery right now, and there's a ton of plans that I have with this room that I'll share in vlogs, and of course I'll do a nursery tour. But we do have a ton of things. Like, we had this crib that comes with a changing table, so that was like a very nice gift. Then I don't know if y'all can see the little egg chair behind me. If you know, you know. I have like an egg chair that's like full size, and then we were gifted the baby version, which is so cute. I freaking can't. We are repurposing a ton of furniture. So we had a dresser that we weren't using that we put it right here, and just like a ton of things. I also want to do kind of like a safari theme, so we have this little giraffe that is so cute, and the little lions. I'm just so excited. So I actually decided to do a blood work to find out the gender, because I discussed that we have quite a struggle when it comes to naming a boy, and we have the name picked out for the girl already. So we got the results. However, this week in Houston was actually insane with the weather and the power going out and the water pipes and all that. So we decided to do it in March. So impatiently waiting, but I'm so excited to find out. I honestly don't know what it is. My mom at first was very convinced it was a boy. Then my mother-in-law had a dream about a baby boy, and now everyone's just kind of confused. My brother says he wants it to be a girl. Then like his girlfriend's like, no, a boy. And then everyone's just all over the place. My dad sees me and he's like, how's my granddaughter? So who the heck knows? Dante the other day told me I guess he wants a boy, but he doesn't care what it is. And honestly, y'all, at this point I think I kind of want a girl. So I'm just so excited to find out, and for the second trimester, and to be like a little bit closer to August. They changed my due date. It was September 1st, and now it's August 26th because the baby was measuring ahead. I'm so excited for the anatomy scan. I am kind of scared though, because like I've been getting a lot of very specific TikToks on my For You page about people doing a whole on like gender reveal, doing like a nursery like with a specific gender, and then getting the opposite when they're born. So I don't know if we should even wait for my anatomy scan in April to announce the gender and to like make moves on the nursery, but we will see. Hopefully it's accurate. I will say, I mean, so this wall that's like rusty orange will stay rusty orange, but what will change depending on the gender will be the top of the wall. So I'm doing a few different options for wallpaper. I follow this account, Project Nursery, on Instagram, and they have just the cutest inspo. So either like a floral one or abstract one that I have in mind for the girl, or something like kind of like black and more safari theme for the boy. And then in the middle I'm gonna do a wooden sign with their name. I will not be announcing their name until they're born. I addressed that in the Q&A, and yeah, I'm just so excited to decorate this nursery. I never knew how fun it was, you know. I have my dog here. Am I scared for my dogs to completely freak out with a baby? Absolutely. Absolutely scared. But you know what? Everything will be fine. I love my dogs and they'll love my baby. Maybe. Who knows? Guys, I think that's everything I have for you today. This is the little rascal that will go to training to be a good big brother. Anyway, yeah, I think that's everything I have for you today. My first trimester was uneventful, I will say, compared to most people, but I'm super grateful and lucky that it was, honestly speaking. So let me know if you guys want to see a second trimester recap once I'm done with it. I can't even like think about that, you know, right now. It feels like we're so far away from August, and then again we're almost done with February, which is just so crazy. So we'll see what happens. I'm so excited to like announce the gender to y'all and just bring y'all along with this crazy like process and like journey. I don't know what else to say, but I'm so excited. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching and for all the sweet comments and just love and support and just everything y'all give me. You have no idea how much it means to me. I will say, since I didn't do like a full-on like list of things I've been loving for pregnancy, like when I'm like 20 weeks or so, like halfway, I'll do a pregnancy favorites if you were looking for that. So definitely stay tuned. I love you guys so much and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.